Konnichiwa. My name is Cindy Turner, and I'm the CEO of Turner Communications. The reason we're here today is that we are forming a business relationship with a Japanese company, and I feel that it's very important to learn a little bit about their culture so as that when we are communicating with them, we actually know ways to be able to speak with them and not hurt them or upset them in any way. So today, we're going to talk about a little bit about their culture so that way we have an understanding of how they are and how they react and their daily living in their life. So the first thing we're going to talk about is a little bit about their religion. They basically have two religions that their culture adheres to. One is called the Shinto religion, and that is also known as the Way of the Gods. Given the name to the religious practice that were indigenous to Japan before Buddhism was ever introduced. Now, Shinto religion, they worship nature, animism, shamanism, fertility cults, ancestor worships, and creation myths. They are also concerned with humanity relationships to nature and agriculture and society. They often pray and have offerings and hope that they will have good crops, children, safety. They are also concerned with community relationships, so therefore marriages are normally Shinto ceremonies, I guess you could say. Shinto religion is also more concerned with the pollution instead of the morals. So I guess you could say that this is a religion in where they're more worried about, friendships, marriages, children, education, having good crops, stuff like that. Now, whereas Buddhism answers the spiritual needs that the Shinto religion neglects. They actually have questions about morals and life after death. They also concentrate on the ethical, metaphysical issues. They deal with, morality, funerals, and questions about the future life of the human soul. So Buddhism is more like the spiritual part of someone's life, whereas Shinto is the physical part of someone's life. So we're actually going to talk about their language. This language is limited to Japan. It's an Atlantic language, and the nearest relative would be Korean language. It's not related to Chinese, however, a lot of people say that it is, but it is not related. The writing, however, was learned from China, and the Chinese characters, also known as kanji symbols, are a major part of the writing system. When introducing yourself, they have a certain way that you introduce yourself. So it's always your family name first, then your given name comes second, and then a title of respect would follow. So an example as a title of respect would be san. It's a universal sign for Mrs., Miss, and Mr. So my name, when I'm introducing myself, is Turner Son Burgundy. And that's how you would introduce yourself to a Japanese person or a person of Chinese descent. Now we're going to speak a little bit about the gender differences because they do have different roles. I mean, some of them are like us. The man's main job is to work and to support the family. The woman's main job in Japan is traditionally the wife is going to be in charge of the house, the children's education. And actually, two of their biggest responsibilities, you could say, is they're in charge of making sure the family stays on their budget. They keep track of any kind of expenses. They manage the savings. And they also take care of any large purchases. And a great thing that I actually enjoyed learning about was the fact that the woman actually gives the man a weekly allowance. Now, United States, that doesn't happen. So I actually thought that was very important and very cool. The man's job, basically, he works, makes sure the money is brought home to the family, And basically, that's really all that the man has to do. So there's some differences and some that aren't. The values of Japanese culture is that they respect and care for their elders. The way they see it is that their elders take care of them and supply them with everything that they need when they are children. So when their elders, their parents, their grandparents get older, it is their responsibility to now care for them and take care of them. Um, People who talk less are actually considered to be more credible. So, the less you say, the more credible you are, according to them. They have actually endured many hardships throughout the years, so their history is considered a principal factor on the basis of their values. Education is highly valued as well, and family is significantly valued in their societal viewpoint. So, some values the same as we are. We all love our family, we all worry about our family, we all care about our family and want to provide for our family. But the only thing is that, they think that it is their responsibility to care for their parents when their parents get older. And, a lot of people don't do that. Now, the personal appearance. Traditional attire is normally a kimono. Nowadays, Japanese individuals do dress more modern. They're groomed, they're trimmed, they're dressed very professional-like, and they take extreme pride in their appearance. So, that is very important. And that's all we're actually going to talk about today. Just please make sure, whenever we are communicating with this Japanese company, that, we're respecting their morals, respecting their values. We understand the language barrier. There might be one. We respect everything that there is to respect about their culture so that we don't have any problems. I do want to tell you all thank you and have a wonderful day.
You went over 6 minutes.
I don't care.